And welcome back, my beautiful froggy army, to another unofficial episode in my unofficial renovation series here on Leapfrog, which is my unofficial island. Just kidding, my island is official, don't worry. Or is it? The first kind of big project that I did like this on my quest to slowly update and refurbish my island using 2.0 items was Stitch's plushie shop, an iconic part of my island, and I feel like the sweet shop is kind of like the little sister project to the plushie shop. This was my original candy shop. It was pretty much only a candy shop, pretty focused on candy. No, not that candy. Meanwhile, my new sweet shop is going to be more diverse in terms of the sweet treats that are going to be offered to customers. We will be having Nico-shaped popsicles, kind of like the SpongeBob popsicles that are always like deformed. So this is the area that we're starting with. It's in the same spot as the original, except I built up some cliffs so that my island wasn't as flat as a pancake, although a chocolate chip pancake right now? Sounds pretty good. I would eat it. And yes, this is technically the fourth restaurant slash food service location on my island. Now Scoot is also in the competition with the three other Boss Babe girlies. At the end, I kind of shove Scoot's house onto here, so this does become Scoot's little sweet shop. Maybe I'll call it Scoot Scoops and it'll be an ice cream place. I don't know, but I just call it the sweet shop for now. And he's dating Ketchup, so I don't want to know what it's like when they come home from work. But obviously, it's safe to say that I love food. I mean, I feel like most of us have a pretty high appreciation for fine cuisine, you know? Which is why I'm so excited for today's sponsor, HelloFresh. HelloFresh is America's #1 meal kit, and as a food lover, I don't settle for any less. HelloFresh sends you fresh, pre-measured ingredients, everything you need to make a delicious, mouth-watering meal straight to your door. No hassle, no stressful meal planning, no struggling to get the quarter out of the cart at the grocery store, and embarrassing yourself in front of everybody. HelloFresh saves me so much time. They have a ton of quick and easy time saver recipes, including 20-minute meals, easy cleanup meals, or low prep options. It was honestly so nice to not have to waste time and run to the store, and having the pre-portioned ingredients made it so I didn't have to waste my time and money buying excess ingredients either. And if you have specific food goals or restrictions, HelloFresh has a ton of fit and wholesome recipes that you can choose from, like low calorie, low carb, or veggie meals, so you can indulge yourself in some good soup or good pasta or whatever without any worries of messing up your goals. My boyfriend has been tracking his calorie intake for a while now, and the pre-portioned ingredients and servings were so helpful for when I was cooking dinner for us, and it made it really easy for him to stay on track. And let me tell you guys, I was so impressed with how delicious everything was. There is a reason that HelloFresh has more 5-star reviews than any other meal kit. Low-key jealous that they have a higher star rating than my island, but anyway, everything tasted amazing. Like, everything was so fresh, the produce was so fresh. They actually source it directly from farmers for peak freshness, and it was so nice to just kind of try out new recipes and, you know, break out of that rut of like cooking the same thing every week, you know? So to try out HelloFresh for yourself, use my link or go to hellofresh.com and use code POGFROGGYC16 for up to 16 free meals and 3 surprise gifts across 6 HelloFresh boxes, plus free shipping. Gifts include free appetizers, free desserts, and free premium recipes. Thank you so much to HelloFresh for sponsoring this video, and now let's get back to the build. So not only am I a restaurant designer in this game, I'm also a construction worker because we are doing a little bit of construction. I had this little edge next to the river that I left here to be decorated, but honestly, I've been finding these kind of spaces hard to decorate personally, and I figured that the extra cliff space instead would be more useful for us. Next, I wanted to work on the main focus, the main character, the main anime protagonist of this build, which is the checkout counter, you know, the place where you order, you get it. I put down some of this pink and white tile and left this little dongle for some reason. Why did I do that? And then to create kind of a divider between this area and the Able Sisters above, I used some bookshelves as walls just to kind of separate everything and give it more of a shop feel. I wanted this curtain partition to represent the back room of the shop, in case you were wondering. I started placing some of the sweet shop items, and oh my goodness, I fixed the dongle. Thank you. So I did actually work on this build over multiple days, you know, tweaking things here, fixing things there, and I really messed around with the configuration of the checkout area a lot, like a lot. So forgive me if you see items jumping around everywhere. I'm just indecisive. I had it set up like this at first, and then I tried this out, and then I put a bunch of rainbow planks everywhere, and then I got distracted with the idea to turn this little space back here into the actual back room of the shop. So I started fixing that up instead. Once again, doing a little construction, and a little construction never hurt anybody. That's why we wear the hard hat. And here is where my plan was ruined. You can't walk through this. I don't know why I thought you could. So instead, this area is just going to be a little extension of the sweet shop, and we'll get back to decorating that later. As much as I loved the idea of rainbow planks, I ultimately decided to change everything to the pink tile, you know, kind of like when I stopped hating the color pink for no reason, internalized misogyny. And then everything in my life was suddenly pink. Once that was all done and finished, I added some trees over in this corner, and then after much contemplation, I decided that I didn't like the white variation of the displays. Yeah, after all this time, right? So off to Harv's I went, paying Cyrus an obscene amount of money to change everything from white to something with color. Just give me something. So after putting all of those down, it was starting to look a lot better. Honestly, I'm just kind of embracing the whole colors thing. I'm not even really sticking to a color palette anymore. I'm finding it too restrictive. I'm just having fun, going crazy, putting a bunch of colors everywhere, really kind of embracing that rainbow aesthetic. I really like the tree standees and all of the different standees because I feel like it's an easy way to add height, and they also make it very kidcore, you know, because it just kind of feels like a school play, like the decorations. But now I'm getting to work on the seating area, and I don't really focus on this for too long, so don't get that excited. But of course, I have to have my leapfrog staple, my froggy crossing staple. The one, the only froggy chair must be present everywhere. I didn't mean for that to rhyme, but you know what? Hey, if I'm gonna be a poet, I'll start writing a book right now. Anyway, I am using froggy chairs as my chairs, and I'm using Cinnamoroll tables, of course. And I'm also trying to use gyroids more in my builds. I feel like they're very cute, and I don't use them nearly often enough. So here I have a little scatteroid, and I just plopped him back there to be the little cashier. I put some little rope fencing just to kind of like mark out the line, the checkout area, and that took up a good chunk of space because honestly, there was a lot of space here, and I wasn't sure how I was gonna configure everything, but the fences, the little line, it really helped mark something out, and it gave me just kind of like a border to go off of. So that made it really easy to put down some more froggy chairs and little stools that I'm using as tables, don't question it. I guess that means you could technically sit on the table if you wanted to, but I wouldn't I wouldn't do that. Please don't sit on the tables. Honestly, I'm so grateful for the froggy chairs. I am so glad that they're in my life, in my builds. I feel like they're so cute and they really add just like, you know, color, and they're so fun and like whimsical, and they're such like a good kidcore staple. So I feel like they look really cute here, especially using a bunch of different colored ones. So next I decided to go and talk to Mr. Nook and talk to Sir Scoot, who is really just dripping with swag right now. And I asked him of his house because there's a big kind of space over here to the right where you can see me putting down the house, and I figured it was the perfect spot for a house, and Scoot still doesn't have a yard, and I was gonna make an ice cream shop called Scoot Scoops, but after deciding I didn't like the color of the stall and aggressively changing it to pink, we are actually just about finished. We just have a couple of little random details everywhere, but the bulk of the build is done. Now I'm working on the back area, of course, adding some more wooden bookshelves, except I faced them the wrong way, but I fixed that, don't worry. And that's just kind of making a little wall. I feel like it makes it more closed off and, you know, just feels more isolated. And then since it's kind of like the back area, customers don't really sit here too much unless the place is like really crowded. So we have like some extra, like an extra snack rack, and then we have like some boxes that they haven't unpacked yet. And then I wanted to incorporate like another ice cream case, and I figured the retro one would be very cute because maybe it's like the ice cream case that is old and doesn't really work that good, so they just kind of have it in the back to store like the extra popsicles or whatever. I don't know how I feel about the dark green. I don't really like the dark green too much, but that is the one I ended up going with. And whatever, it's in the back, so it's fine, you know. I felt like the dining area was feeling a little flat. We didn't really have a lot of extra height going on, so I did add these little parasols. And I feel like the colors really match with a lot of stuff that we got going on, so that's just kind of a little bonus. And then I wanted to kind of mark this area out. Again, I really wanted everything to feel like a shop, like it's a building that you walk into. And I know there's probably better ways to do it. You could use the castle walls, or you could use the little, I forget what it's called, the farm looking displays with like the haystack, you know what I mean. But I didn't really want to go with either of those options. I feel like both of those options, there's not that great of kidcore colors that you can choose for customization for like the castle walls or the farm thingy that I'm talking about. The name is slipping my mind right now. So instead I did go with these wood fences, and they have like the blue stripes which match some of the display dessert cases that I have up at the checkout. So that actually worked out really perfectly, and I do like how this turned out. And we do have Scoot's yard here in the front, kind of on the other side of these fences. And I do not end up decorating that today. I don't really have a plan for his yard yet. I kind of want to wait until I customize the exterior of his house, because boy oh boy does it not fit in with the rest of this build. So eventually I do want to have a little mini series where I fix up all of my villagers' houses, because I would love to customize them to actually, you know, fit with my island aesthetic. So, and now for my favorite part, which is adding all of the little tiny items, adding all the food items onto the little tables. Oh my goodness, so cute. Just giving this little section kind of a rearrangement, kind of pushing it over because I had to sidestep, and you know I hate sidestepping. But yeah, adding some more custom designs, and then I was like, oh wait, we're done. But no, I forgot that I also fix up this little area as well. When in doubt, I just use this flower custom design. It works out pretty well for me. And adding back those string lights, I kind of want to add some string lights near the front, like near the fences too, so I'll have to remember to see if I could squeeze some of those in there. But adding another bookshelf as well, because I felt like, you know, we could add it. The cliffs were already there. And also, speaking of those cliffs and Able Sisters, do keep an eye out for a shops slash Able Sisters remodel, because I kind of immediately did that after I finished this one. I was feeling really inspired, and I wanted all of this area to kind of match and be all remodeled together. And I haven't liked my Able Sisters for a long time. So yeah, keep an eye out for that coming soon. Don't worry, I know it looks kind of ugly in the back there, but I do fix it, I promise. It looks better, so I'm very excited for that to come out soon as well. But all I end up really doing right here is adding some custom designs, adding these little planks over here. That way you can kind of tell that this is a little pathway. This is technically like the back entrance to the shop. This is not the main entrance. The main entrance is the little ladder in front of Scoot's house, but yeah, here is the finished build. I think it came out so cute. I love this so much more than my original build. I feel like it's just more interesting, and I have better items to work with, so it was definitely in need of a remodel, and a remodel I did do, and I feel like it came out so cute. I really love it. I love all of the chaos of the checkout area, the you know, just where they make the sweets and stuff like that. There's just so much going on. I love it. It's just chaotic. It's just great. All the colors, all of the stuff for your eye to look at, the clutteredness, it's all very me. And here's a little view as if you are going up to order. Oh, look at all these, look at all the details of all these items. I definitely had to do a remodel of this shop with all of these new items. They are so cute. Look at those desserts. And then this is like my little favorite section. This little froggy chair with the juice. So cute. And then here's an aerial view of everything together. I feel like it looks so cute. Just, love it. And then we also have a froggy chair who looks like he's sipping on a little milkshake. He's just living life. He's just living life. So that is it for today's remodel builds video, whatever. I love this one. I'm loving this remodel series, to be honest. I hope you guys are too. Like I said, keep an eye out for the next remodel, which is going to be the shops area. I'm very excited for that one. I know a lot of you guys have taken some inspiration from my old sweet shop, so I hope this new one can also give you a fresh burst of inspiration. It was very nice, very fun, and I highly recommend working on builds over a couple of days and just tweaking things as you go instead of having to do it all in one shot. This was very therapeutic for me, and I very much enjoyed it. Don't forget to check out HelloFresh using my link down below and also using my coupon code for up to 16 free meals. Don't forget to give this video a like if you liked it, and leave me a comment. Which dessert is like your favorite dessert of all time? What could you eat like every single day? Mine is probably coconut cake. Kind of random, but coconut cake just is so good. Anyway, leave me a comment with your favorite dessert of all time. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope that you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next one.